Well, I have located some 40-year-old footage that was taken back in 1976 and 77. There's roughly 32 minutes of video footage. Super 8. I have tried once, well actually twice before, of using a camcorder to record it as the film projected, and it does a reasonably decent job. You get that constant flickering due to the difference in frame rate, and the projector is not a variable speed one. So last month I come across this Wolverine, and it's designed to let you digitally scan 20 megabyte pixels in Super 8mm film, 135mm slides, 110, I think it's 124 negatives. The system is very easy to use and operate, and it uses just a standard SD card. I presently have a 32 gigabyte SDHC class 10. It's actually a U3 instead of a U1, so it's pretty much the fastest at the time of purchase. And you just insert it in the rear. I don't want to move my device around because, as you can see, I've already got it set up and I had aimed to do an unboxing. Pin side up, just insert till it clicks. Now, it's just one touch on, and it's follow the on-screen menus. It says film. That's what I've got, so I press OK. This is uses a positive slide. I use this adapter. This is adapter number 2, and then it has a tray that fits in there specifically for the Super 8 film, or either 8mm film also, either one. So positive slide, okay, and then it asks me if I want Super 8, 110, 124, or 135. Well, obviously I need the Super 8. Now it shows me on the screen one of my frames, so I just easily maneuver it through, line it up. This takes a second. The frame looks good. I press 1 to convert, and then OK to save it. Once it starts a saving, it will automatically rotate 90 degrees to the right. That adds a few seconds onto it. And then you just move on to the next picture or frame. In my case, I'm not just picking out certain pictures. I'm actually taking a digital picture of each frame, and then I will reassimilate it into a movie form. Let the film relax. Snap the next picture. I'm only touching the edges of the film so not to contaminate in any way. I have noticed degradation in the images, and most of that was towards the beginning, the outside footage. As I go further into the row, I'm noticing some degradation in picture quality, but I'm not noticing as much as I did near the beginning. It takes a few seconds for it to save and rotate. I almost would prefer it did not rotate and just do the rotation once I move the card to the computer. Now, when I move all of the files to the computer, what I will do is create a folder that is my master scan and place all of the digital images into. And then I will create a slave folder with the same images, and I will manually edit those individually. If you look for a service to do this, it's $1 a frame. That's the least expensive I found, was $1 a frame. Now these images are important to me. One, because several of the individuals on this footage are deceased now. And although it is important to me, it's not important enough to spend $1 a frame when I can easily do it myself and receive basically the same results, if not even better. And I don't have to trust sending it through a carrier to be transferred from film to digital, which increases the probability of getting lost once there, once back, and you don't know how the company that does it, how careful they are with the material that they receive. I'm sure most of them do their best, but things happen. This way, the film's in my hands. I take an hour each day, do as many frames as I can within that hour or so. And then on Sunday, if I have extra time, I'll just spend extra hours doing this. But it's just simple of lining up the next frame, click 1 to convert, 2 to save. And at any time, I can go back to the beginning, scroll through, and actually play back a slideshow on here. Noticed yesterday that there's a new model of this. And the new model does not rotate the image because the device physically feeds through the front to the rear. Now I like this design better, going from right to left, because I can just place my reels on each side, one to receive and one to feed. Now the image quality on the screen isn't fantastic, and it does have a port out here with a 3.5mm jack, which the cable is an accessory, but if you've got a camcorder, you probably have one laying around. You can plug this into a large screen television video port. It's powered by USB, and you can plug it into your USB port on your computer and view it through there also. And I believe the manual said no drivers are needed. I'm pretty sure it's treated as a drive. So I like that the new unit has a larger screen on it. What would be my druthers is to have the new unit but feed right to left like this unit. And then I would probably go ahead and upgrade to that, even though I've only had this about a month. Now you may be asking, how long does it take to digitize each of these frames? Well, from here it looks like I've got a minute or maybe a little over a minute, and that has taken a little over 11 hours and 30 minutes to complete. Here, let me get the camera here and give you a better look at the screen here. You can watch me feed it. See, so gently. Now it looks to me on screen here like a negative, but it's actually in color on this screen, and it's very stable. That looks about right. So I just push this button here. There's the buttons. You got power, convert and mode, then your left and right in your mirror or flip. So I want that image to convert, and see, it comes up. It gives you the option to save or to cancel or to return home. And in this case, I'm happy with it. So I'm going to come back up here and press the OK enter key, and then you can watch it do its little job. Now after it's saved, it starts to rotate. It's pretty simple and sweet. And it's sturdy. See the nice feet on there. They grip really well, so you don't have to worry about it moving around on you. Now, myself, I have listed the dates and the time I've spent thus far doing it. Of course, I started out being a little bit more OCD about it, start time and end time. Yeah, I've got quite a bit of footage to go. There's roughly 32 to 37 minutes on here. And let's see if you can see down here. See, you look really close. Really close. That looks like maybe going on 2 minutes. It's not quite half, so it may just be a minute. Or a few seconds over a minute. In any case, I'm going to take the time to do this. I can spare an hour each day and a few hours on Sunday. And then I will do a follow-up and let you know how well the images came out. As you can see, they display on screen 16 by 9 format. Although on the projector they're a 4:3 format. So I'm hoping that the camera, because I haven't checked it on the computer yet, is in a 16 by 9 format, and then I may just convert all the images to 1080p. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. Don't make any difference to me. I just thought I would share my experience of this and why I'm doing it. Like I said, I've tried twice using 2 different camcorders. One was a Super 8 and one was a digital camcorder. Several years later, of running the footage on a projector and recording it in manual mode, but your camera is skewed to the right or left of the projector, and then because of different frame rates you get the flashing. I've managed to minimize some of that, and I mean you can watch it, it's no problem. But this is more like what they would have done in the studio with their little box. They would have viewed it on the screen. I wish this was more at an angle of 45 degrees. If it is 45 degrees, it looks a little shallow with that. But this is actually the best way to digitize any of your film. 8mm, Super millimeter, 16mm. And I haven't tried the negatives or slides yet, but I've been happy with what I see on the screen here so far with the Wolverine. And for 125 bucks, hey, I mean, if you don't want to, you got a whole family to work with it with you, you can do it till you're tired and let them do it, get it done in minimal time. But at any rate, this will stop the degradation of the film. No more deterioration. Actually to the film, but once it's digitized, that film will not deteriorate. You can store it pretty much indefinitely. Just move it to a new storage medium as each new storage medium is presented to the public. Okay, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and I will answer anything as soon as I'm notified that you have posted something. So, thank you, and have a wonderful, blessed Sunday. It's beautiful outside here in Kentucky, and I don't have my phone on me, but I think it's supposed to reach 70 to 80 degrees today. Signing off, the Wolverine. This is the green one. I didn't even know the yellow one existed until the other day, but I was fortunate that I think this is called Super something. Sorry about that, I don't have the box in front of me. I may rebox it when I'm finished and do an unboxing of the unit. Okay, thank you for watching.